In this moment, in this place, I see God in every face. Perfect love we gather round, standing here on holy ground. Grateful that we are together, grateful for all that we are, grateful that we are together, grateful for the love and the joy that we share. So hold this moment, hold this space, for we are held in perfect grace, being together side by side. Feel the love, the floodgates open wide. Grateful that we are together, grateful that we gather round, grateful that we are together, grateful for the love and the joy that we share. We are grateful, we are grateful, we are grateful.
Jesus Christ is here, lifting us up to his consciousness of the Christ within. Let us begin with prayer. Sweet, sweet Spirit, we are grateful for the opportunity to come together in this season of light, this season of faith and peace and love and joy. An opportunity to express these and to radiate these out into a world that needs our faith and our peace and our love and our joy. And we say thank you, and so it is. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning and welcome. This morning, we are going to begin with lighting the Advent candle of love. And I want to invite Martha Eigelhart. She is a longtime member. She's also on the board and wears many hats here at Unity of Austin. And she's going to light the pink candle of love today. And that is a reminder how each of us are the light of love, and how can we bring that forth and express that in our world today. Thank you. Welcome again, everyone, those who are here in the sanctuary, and for those on the online sanctuary as well. We are an open-hearted community who, with intention, create ways in which we can follow, or we can learn more about and live from those universal Christ principles that were taught by our wayshower, Jesus the Christ. And we welcome each and every one of you as you are, where you are. All right, let's get some music going.
Good morning, everyone. Lainey's out this week. She's on a cruise. I wish I was with her. That sounds like fun. But we're still going to sing some songs, so please stand if you're able. We're going to start with I'm Expecting Great Things. And this is like a call and response. Ray is going to show you all how it goes. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. One more time. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. In my life. In my life. You do great things. You do great things. In my home. In my home. all around. You do great things. You do great things. Oh, eyes haven't seen. I choose to believe in great things. One more time. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Great things. In my life. In my life. You do great things. You do great things. In my home. In my home. You do great things. You do great things. It's all around. All around. You do great things. You do great things. Oh, eyes haven't seen. I choose to believe in great things. Oh, eyes haven't seen. I choose to believe in great things. All right, I feel like Santa Claus because we're going to sing our first Christmas song. So open your hymnals to hymn 279. We're going to do Angels We Have Heard on High. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? Say, what may the tidings be which inspire your heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Come to Bethlehem and see Christ, whose birth and angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Let's do the chorus one more time. Gloria in excelsis Gloria in excelsis Deo.
Please join me in our blessing of all faiths. Our God is love. Our race is human. Our religion is oneness. Thank you, and you may be seated. Wow, it's so great to have Santa Claus here already. Thank you. That was great singing, everybody. And it's also nice to have cooler weather coming in. Feels good, at least to me. All right. So welcome, everybody. It's good to see everyone here, and here. Glad you're all here. We have a few announcements. So first things first, food. The Sisters of Myrtle Fillmore brought treats, holiday treats, so that we can gather together in the gathering room, which is down the hall that way, and have something sweet to eat or spicy and otherwise too, after service, and chat with one another. So look forward to enjoying that with everybody. Also, while I'm talking about Sisters of Myrtle Fillmore, that's the women's group, it has been our habit in the past to wear hats on the Sunday before our meeting, which is not this Sunday, but it is next Sunday. So we're inviting everybody to wear a hat. It can be a festive holiday hat or just a hat. But men and women, I see 2 men in here with hats on, so this works. So that's next Sunday. Also, another holiday special is that the bookstore is running a 25% off of everything in the store, except for Unity books and prints. But everything else, there's a lot of goodies in there, books and goodies in there. So check that out after you eat or on your way to eat or something. All right. You probably already know that we are supporting Family Elder Care in this holiday season. It's our fundraiser this year. And we chose Family Elder Care in part because one of our longtime members, Cliff Bodenhafer, is receiving some care and services from them, and it has made his life better. And so today we have a video of Cliff sharing his experience. So. Hey everybody, this is Cliff, and Cliff wants to share with us today his experience with Family Elder Care. They've been very helpful to him. So Cliff, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay, my name's Cliff Bodenhafer, and I've used services through Family Elder Care probably for about the last 6 years or so. And they helped me. I got introduced to them and I started using their services. And I was having trouble with my roommate, and he was getting ready to leave. And I was looking to get a new roommate. Well, I found out that Family Elder Care helps in cases like that too, because they're always looking for a good home for older individuals who can't afford a large rent by themselves. Anyway, I was introduced to a young lady. Her name was Christina, and she's helped me find a roommate. Not only that, to help clean up the room and paint it and do a lot of other things that need to be done. They help with other projects here in the house that I need to get done where I cannot do them myself. And they just helped me quite a bit doing things. And they always have the fan drive, but have a lot more services to offer. Elderly people with disabilities. And it's just so great to have extra hand in life sometimes when you need it. And I really appreciate that. So thank you Unity Church, and thank you, family, for that.
Thank you, Cliff, for sharing. We really appreciate it, and we're going to do our best to support Family Elder Care in this holiday season, and ultimately then support you too. So we're glad you're a member of our church. Hope to see you there soon.
Yes.
All right, see ya. Really, I hope Cliff is able to make it here someday soon. COVID kind of affected all of us in that way, and it certainly set him back too, but let's keep our hearts open to that possibility that he will again be able to join us in the service. Maybe somebody can tell me, are the envelopes not, there's one in that seat? Okay. Okay, so there are some envelopes, maybe one per pew, yay. Anyway, that's one way that you can donate is by putting money in an envelope. If you write a check, write it to Unity of Austin, and you can put in the memo Family Elder Care. If you make it to Family Elder Care, we can't deposit it or cash it or do anything with it. So make it out to Unity of Austin. Also, I wanted to let you know that the online link in our website, the Give Plus Online, had a glitch last week. So if anybody tried it, you might have not been able to use it, but it's fixed. So if that's your method of giving, then you can go to our website and punch the Give Plus Online. Thank you, everybody, for your participation in this important project. We're hoping to be able to serve maybe as many as 5 people. And in the holiday season, they have a wish list for some of their clients, or many of their clients, or maybe all of their clients. And it's about $500 per person in terms of what's on the wish list. So it could be a bed, that somebody needs a bed. So anyway, we hope we can raise enough to serve 5 people or more. Okay, moving on. I'm going to ask Stephen to come up. He wants to give us a quick announcement about his favorite project.
The Building and Grounds Committee. I'm sure a lot of you were here last week, and when we announced this, we've had the idea to have a sacred service sign-up sheet, and every Sunday after service, I'll be sticking around for about an hour or so, and we'll have some different projects, some different simple things to do, and so this is the sign-up sheet, and it'll be on the door to the kitchen, back by the gathering room there, and we've had people sign up this week to replace some LEDs and outdoor lighting. Next week, we've got somebody signed up to set a post in concrete that needs to be done so we can get our privacy chain back up across the end of the playground. The following week, of course, is Christmas, so just Merry Christmas and do your own building and grounds projects if you got something. And then we've got a couple of weeks, the first couple of weeks of January, and one of them is installing a motion sensor light and replacing a GFI over by the admin building. And then the week after that, I'm going to do some rewiring on some metal halide lighting and rewire it for LED lights so we don't have to keep using high wattage bulbs that use up a lot more electricity. So anyway, the sign-up sheet will be in there. We'll be updating it as we're going along. And thank you, everyone, for considering this. And we're looking for it to be something that just allows us to share. The goal I came up with for this project is to consciously create safety, harmony, beauty, cleanliness, and functionality in all that we do, especially for the Building and Grounds Committee. So I just want to share the joy and the fun of doing things that help and make things work better and look better. And so anyway, thanks for this opportunity to just remind you one more time. And if you think you want to do something, I usually bring all the materials, and all you need to do is show up, and I'll always be there. And we also have a sheet, a place on the sheet for a backup person. So just in case you can't make it, we can have somebody else ready to come and help out and do whatever the fun project is for that week. So thanks for listening, and come out one of these Sundays. It'll be fun.
Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. We see you having fun around here all the time. And I want to reiterate something he said. He'll be here. So, like for some people who may not feel like they have any of these skills, Stephen will be around. He'll be here. He'll guide us. He'll help us. So, but he needs helping hands. So that's part of the deal. All right, Christmas Eve service will be at 6 p.m. Just giving you a heads up a little early. Put that on your calendar, 6 p.m. Christmas Eve service. And now it's time for meeting and greeting the Christ in one another. We are still doing elbow bumps and fist bumps, or however you want to greet one another without big hugs. You know, it's still the winter season, and we want to take care of each other. So as you're able, stand and greet your neighbor.
We changed the key of that, by the way, so I wouldn't read the pitches too closely.
No, yeah.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our heavenly Father, a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Now to the Lord sing praises, all you within this place, and with true love and brotherhood each other now embrace. This holy tide of Christmas doth bring redeeming grace. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
You may be seated. Our word for today is love. I answer the call to love, embracing the world. Love is both a noun and a verb. More than just a feeling, it is one of the highest intentions I can hold, and one of the most sacred actions I can take. Love is the name and nature of God, the pulsation of oneness from the center of my heart to the farthest reaches of earthly existence. On this third Sunday of Advent, love is also a call to action, an invitation to perceive the world through the Christ presence and live as the love I am. I open my heart and let my love flow forth as kindness, gentleness, and compassion. I stay grounded in the presence of God through my prayers, and I radiate love through my kind words and actions. I trust my loving impulses will reach far and wide. The light and joy I send forth grow and expand to encompass all things. And from 1 John 3:18, little children, let us love, not in word or speech, but in truth and action. Let us prepare now for meditation.
Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you.
I invite you now to begin to settle in and prepare for this time of prayer and meditation. For those of you who are online, I also invite you to type in the comments all those that you may want us to lift up in prayer. And here in the sanctuary, we have the prayer request. So with that, I now invite you to just very gently close your eyes. Let us move our attention to our breath. Just gently breathing in, following that movement, and very gently releasing it. Breathing in, allowing it to fill all those spaces within you. Spaces that may be hurting, spaces where there may be tension, spaces that may just need more love. And as we gently exhale, letting go, releasing everything, giving ourselves permission for this sacred pause, allowing that breath to remind us of life within us, to gently breathe into the mystery of the birth of the Christ and what that represents to us. Letting go of thoughts of things, sensing with the clarity of the star that guided the Magi through the darkness, knowing with the same assurance you are guided. Breathing in and breathing out, hearing that sweet message of peace and love that the angels shared with the shepherds. In this sacred space of communion, I hear with my heart, I hear that wordless voice, the one that whispers, "Beloved, be still and know you are birthed from the womb of love. Fall gently into this place. Know that you and I are one. You are my love. Fall gently into the silence and be still and know. Simply be still and be into the silence." In this season of light, let us choose to embody peace and love and joy, connected to the divine within. There is nothing we have to do. We are filled with peace, knowing we are spirit in expression. Today, let us walk in the light of divine love. and as we answer this call to love, we say thank you. Thank you, Mother, Father, Spirit God, for being the love within. And it is through the power and the presence of our elder brother, our teacher, Jesus Christ, and that indwelling Christ within each one of us, that this is so. And so it is. I invite you now to very gently begin coming back into this present moment. And as we end this sacred time of prayer and meditation, let us do so, closing out the series of affirmations that we were taught, also known as the Lord's Prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And leave us not in temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen.
Thanks for singing with us, Robin. She wasn't prepared. I just forced her to get up here. All right, I'm gonna sing a new song off of the new Norah Jones Christmas album. As y'all can tell, I'm in the Christmas mood this Sunday. Well, if you are tired and if you are scared, you're not alone. And if you were good and if you were bad, you're not alone. 'Cause Jesus was born on Christmas Day. He gave us his love to make our own way. But when those weary nights take over your mind, I'll share his love. I won't leave you behind. Well, sometimes we're proud and sometimes we're weak, but we're not alone. And sometimes we cry and sometimes we weep, but we're not alone. 'Cause Jesus was born on Christmas Day, gave us his love to make our own way. But when those weary nights take over your mind, I'll share his love, I won't leave you behind. 'Cause Jesus was born on Christmas Day, gave us his love to make our own way. But when those weary nights take over your mind, I'll share his love, I won't leave you behind. There you go.
All right. Now, I've got one affirmation, but your bulletin may have another one. So, tell me what your your bulletin says. What does it start with? No, that's not it. All right, we'll do that one. All right. So we always begin with our affirmations, and affirmations are simply statements of truth that we align with. And we say them 3 times so that we can really get grounded in them. Now, are we ready? No. Stand up. And I know you online are doing the same thing, standing up. All right, so express it any way you want, but let us affirm. Through the Christ within me, God lives, moves, and expresses being. All right. Through the Christ within me, God lives, moves, and expresses being. One more time. Through the Christ within me, God lives, moves, and expresses being. All right. All right. Once upon a time, long ago, in this village was a family. And the mother was at home, and she noticed that there were 3 elderly men with these long white beards sitting in front of her home. And as she went throughout the day, she realized they were still sitting there. So she goes out, and she asked them, she says, I've noticed you've been here all day. Surely you are hungry and would like something to drink. Please come in and let me give you some food. And they ask her, well, is your husband home? And she says, no, he is still at work. And they say, well, we cannot come in. We will wait. And so later that evening, her husband returns home from work. And the wife tells him, these 3 guys, these 3 elderly men have been sitting outside all day long but wouldn't come in. He says, well, now that I'm home, let us invite them in. So once more, she goes outside. She says, my husband is home. Please come join us for food and drink. And one of them stands up and he says, well, only one of us can go in. We cannot all go in together. She goes, well, I don't understand. Why not? And he says, he points to one of them and he says, he is wealth. If you invite wealth in, your home will be filled with wealth for the rest of your days. The other one is success. If you invite success in, then all of your endeavors will be successful for the rest of your days. And I am love. If you invite me in, then your home will always be filled with love. But we cannot go in together. So the wife, he says, you must choose, speak with your family. So she goes inside, and she tells the husband, well, we can only choose one. He goes, oh, that's easy, wealth. Let's do wealth. She goes, oh, no, I want success to come in. And so they argued. And their daughter says, why not love? I think we should choose love, and then we will always have love in our home. And the parents agreed. And so they go out. She goes out. And she says, I invite love into my home. So love stands up and begins to follow her, as does wealth and success. And she looks and she goes, I don't understand. I only invited love. And love said, wherever love goes, wealth and success always follows. So it is today, of course, we lit the candle of love. So, Advent. We've talked about Advent. The meaning of Advent is expectations, it's preparation, it's like an adventure. And we are invited this month on this adventure. And this week, it's the adventure of love. True love. And what is true love? So it's the story, Christmas is really the story of Mary, who metaphysically represents divine motherhood of love. It's the story of Joseph, who represents wisdom and understanding. It's the story of the Christ child, birthed from that womb of love to be love and expression in this world. And it's a story about true love. But it's our story, because true love is always birthing within us. So Christmas is really our story, our story, if I can say that. And in Scripture, it speaks to that. It speaks to what true love is throughout, especially in the Christian scriptures in what is known as the New Testament. In 1 John 4:8, whoever does not love does not know God, for God is love. Now, the true Christmas is really about that inner self, is it not? One that deals with giving away or giving way to our greater potentials. As Eric Butterworth states, it's a kind of birth of the Christ in the manger of consciousness. I love that. It is the birth of the Christ in the manger of our consciousness, and a commitment to the continued unfoldment of the greater possibilities of our own nature, which is the Christ. The greatest event in the life of Jesus was not his birth, but his discovery of the Christ within him. That divine dimension that is within each and every one of us. That God self. God so loved you, and loves you that he gave you love. God gave you. So God, who is infinite love, true love, incarnates that love as you. God incarnates that love as the universe itself. I know we don't always feel it. I wasn't feeling it yesterday with the toddler. But I am reminded of that when I simply do my own time in of breathing, which is what we call it, a time in, and connect with that which is inside of me. Meister Eckhart, who was a 13th century mystic, says, "Here in time, we are celebrating the eternal birth which God the Father bore and bears unceasingly in eternity, because this same birth is now born in time, in human nature." St. Augustine says, "What does it avail me that this birth is always happening if it does not happen in me? That it should happen in me is what matters. We shall therefore speak of this birth, of how it may take place in us." Matthew Fox, who is a theologian, gives us a more contemporary version of Eckhart's remarks when he says, "What good is it to me if Mary gave birth to the Son of God 2,000 years ago, and I do not give birth to the Son of God in my own person and time and culture?" We are all meant to be mothers of God. For Eckhart, Christmas isn't just about celebrating the birth of Jesus. It loses its meaning if it doesn't also celebrate our ongoing birth as children of God. Moreover, Mary is not unique. We are all meant to be Mother Marys, or mothers of God. We all birth the Christ, or more accurately, we birth the awareness of the Christ within us. And that is really what this time is about. It's the awareness, birthing that awareness again and again and again about that which is in us, that which is our true essence. You know, Mary is described as the Virgin Mary, not because of biology, but because of consciousness. She was open and receptive to the pure thoughts of love. She, as the Daily Word said today, she answered the call to love. She said, "So be it. I am here. This child is coming from my inner self. I will nurture this new life and allow it expression by letting go and loving life into it, loving life into me." We are all that divine carrier of love, that divine expression. So I want to share this excerpt of an article that was written by James Dillett Freeman for Unity Magazine many, many years ago. And James Dillett Freeman, who died in 2003, was an ordained Unity minister. He was raised in Unity and was a minister and a teacher. He was a poet, an author, a lecturer. And in this, he says, Christmas is not getting things because Christmas is not things at all. Christmas is a wonder, and it is for wonder. Christmas is believing. Christmas is hoping. Christmas is dreaming. It is a holiday holy to humanity's dreams and hopes. And that is why Christmas is, first of all, the Christmas story. Christmas is the birth of Christ. The birth of Christ is the birth of humanity's best dream and highest hope. It is the birth of God in humanity. Take time to read the Christmas story again. Because there was no room at the inn, God was born in a stable. There, Mary, the mother, bent over the manger, watching her baby asleep in the hay. The beasts in the stalls, were they wiser than humankind, knelt down, says the legend, and worshipped the baby Jesus. Shepherds came from the fields round about. They left their flocks and lambs to tend the Lamb of God. Wise men came from lands far away. They followed the brightest star that has ever shone in earth's night. Angels sang in the skies by the stable, though only the shepherds paused to hear. They sang of peace to an earth without peace. They sang of goodwill to all people. Is my mind not a stable? Is my heart not a manger? They too can hold the wonder of which the angels sang. The Christmas story holds hope for us all, for in the story, remember, both the shepherd and the wise men found their newborn Lord. The childlike shepherds came from near at hand. The wise men came from afar. It was after a long, hard journey that they found the Christ. Angels sang for the shepherds. The wise men probably were too wise to believe in angels, but they followed a star, and it too led them to truth. When the shepherds came looking for God, they brought only their wonder, for this was all they had. When the wise men came looking for God, they brought their gifts. If you are a shepherd, God asks of you only your wonder. If you are a wise man, God asks of you only your gift. God reveals himself alike to shepherds and wise men, to all who come looking. If you are a wise man, you may have to come by a longer road than if you are a shepherd. But the Christmas wonder, smiling like a newborn child, lies waiting for you to find it. So if you have a wise man's mind or a shepherd's heart, come take a look at Christmas and be filled with the wonder of God. And he finishes the article with this prayer for you at Christmas. So in closing, I share this. May there always be room in your heart for divinity to find a birthing place. May you be holy as the angels were, faithful as the shepherds were, humble as the cattle were, wise as the wise men were. May you have the compassion Mary had and the understanding Joseph had. And may the blessing of the Christ child be yours, not because of his birth night long ago, but because the Christ love is born in you each day. Thank you.